Your personal style can either make you feel stuck in a version of yourself that you don't want anymore, or help you become the person that you want to be. Because the clothes you wear drastically impact your self-image. And in this video, I will teach you how to use your personal style as an asset that can change your identity and transform your life so that you can stop living below the standards of the man you want to be. Now let me start with a story that will teach you the key concepts from this video. When I was a teenager, I was the most average guy you can think of. Not popular, but not unpopular. Not stylish, but not ugly. Just average. And my self-confidence then was not so great. But everything changed when I joined a rock band. That was during the second half of high school, and it changed me completely. I felt like I was finally allowed to wear stylish clothes because I was playing guitar in a cool rock band, and so I let my hair grow, I got my ears pierced, I wore black skinny jeans, denim jackets. All our friends from school came to see us play concerts. I started dating my teenage crush. That was the bass player from the band, and today she's still my girlfriend. We actually got engaged last year, and my self-confidence was at an all-time high. But 3 years later, I had a big problem, because when I went to the university, I was still wearing the same kind of outfits. And I remember this day very precisely. We had an American history class in the morning, but when we arrived, we were told that the teacher was sick and the class was cancelled. So with my classmates, we all went back to the main hall, and a little group of us went to the coffee machine. This group was myself and 3 other girls from my class who were really good friends, and they were always hanging out together. And I remember being kind of impressed by these girls, not in a romantic way or anything, but because they had a very mature and elegant way of dressing. They would wear long coats, classy handbags, high-heeled boots, way more stylish than the average student from that university. And as the 4 of us were chatting and drinking coffee, I zoomed out and felt so ashamed of the way I looked next to these girls. I was wearing checkerboard Vans slippers, completely ripped jeans where you could see half my legs, an oversized hoodie under a very puffy bomber jacket. And the worst of all was my backpack, which was still the same Eastpak bag I had from high school. I was feeling terrible. I felt like a little boy next to these very elegant young women, and I remember swearing to myself that I never want to ever feel this feeling again. So here are the 2 takeaways from this story. In the first part of the story, I had to go all in and start wearing clothes that I actually wanted to wear, and that helped me become the version of myself that I enjoyed being so much. But in the second part, I came to a point where this style made me feel stuck, like I was still a teenager. And I needed to completely reinvent myself to become an adult, to feel respected and elegant. And ever since then, I have been on a journey to finding my own style, and I have learned some very valuable tips that I will share with you today to help you in this transformation of becoming the man you want to be. The first thing is to know that your style is always evolving. So never go in a direction thinking that, okay, this is now my style for the rest of my life. Your aesthetic will change as you grow older, depending on where you live, your career, your inspirations, and the current trends in fashion that are always changing. But secondly, you still want to build your personal style on solid foundation. So it's great to find inspiration within a certain aesthetic that you enjoy and learn to master the codes from that style before you start adding some more personal touches. If you want to find some inspiration, I made a video the other day about the 5 classic menswear categories that you can take inspiration from to start building your own style. I'll leave the link in the description or somewhere up there. Number 3 is to get out of your comfort zone. Changing your style is like pulling on a rubber band. The more you pull, the more you feel a resistance. And as soon as you let go, you go back to the starting point. But if you keep pulling and pulling, you will also bring your self-image in that direction. So don't be scared to be more fashionable, to take risks, to wear formal pieces or bold colors, because change only happens when you do things, not when you fantasize about them. Number 4, know that the way you dress changes the way you act. And when your actions match your style, your thoughts, your habits, this is when real change happens. And one follow the other. For instance, if you want to become successful in business, then wearing a suit or at least a shirt when you're working is very likely to help you get some better work done and making you feel worthy of having the success you're after. So don't wait until you feel legit to have a certain style. Actually wear the clothes now, because this will make you feel legit to be that person, and actually turn this goal into a reality. If you want to create your dream lifestyle and become the man you want to be, then consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Remember to check the video about the 5 classic menswear categories in the description below, and I'll see you next time.